the Chicago Board Options Exchange, commonly referred to as CBOE, files to allow in-kind redemptions for Bitcoin spot ETFs. This comes on so this was news from Monday. Last Friday, our boys, Larry Fink, he listener of the pod, loves the pod. They filed for in-kind redemptions for the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF. Dom, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, my first thoughts are that CBOE is also the name of a famous rapper out of Sacramento. But for the CBOE out of Chicago, huge development. Everyone knows that in-kind creation and redemption is a very interesting development. It's something that can really bring a ton of new participants into the market. As always, read the source documents. I did take a look at the filing myself. Saw somewhere something along the lines of a minimum 5,000 share basket creation in this process, which according to the CBOE filing for ARK, their current share price is $100. So we're looking at a minimum of $500,000. So pretty large starting point. That may change or not be the case. And then the authorized participant looks like the one that's going to be able to do the in-kind redemption and creation. And so the ETF itself won't necessarily handle the Bitcoin with the customer, but the authorized participant that have to set up an account there. So huge development though. Ton of them are filing. And it seems when we get filings of this magnitude and they're all piling in, that they know something that maybe we don't, that approval is highly likely. Especially when you factor in the recent changes in leadership in the SEC, with Hester Pierce becoming a much more significant player there, who's been pro Bitcoin digital asset.
Yeah, I think it's going to start exactly as Dom mentioned for the institutional investor first. So unfortunately, while I think many people will be excited, they're like, sweet, I got $1,000, $10,000, hey, maybe even $100K in a Bitcoin ETFs, but that might still be below the threshold in order to withdraw to self-custody. So we hope this further develops. We hope those prices and competition pushes the amount that you can take out down. So obviously that would help the worker or the everyday man keeping their Bitcoin in cold storage. But on to the next story. Someone else that loves Bitcoin, Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy bought another 10,107 Bitcoin for a price valued at $1.1 billion. Our boy Michael Saylor is not leaving any Bitcoin for us plebs and the workers. Dom, what are your thoughts?
Saylor's committed. The relentless march towards mass Bitcoin accumulation continues. I think he's committed to hitting 500,000 Bitcoin. How close is he? What is he at on the what does this put him at total Bitcoin? Again, this is MicroStrategy's Bitcoin, correct? This is not Saylor's.
Yeah, MicroStrategy's. MicroStrategy has about 470,000 Bitcoin, I think. Michael Saylor, I think, personally holds about 19 to 20,000 himself. That's what I remember last seeing reported. So Michael Saylor still got a decent amount in his own personal stash, but obviously he's the the main shareholder of MicroStrategy as well.
An interesting point for the everyday worker wage earner that maybe uses MicroStrategy as a proxy. I saw a tweet go out a while back that said something along the lines of, oh, they can't sell our Bitcoin, as shareholders of MicroStrategy. And it's important to remember that when you own shares of MicroStrategy, you own the company shares. You do not own the Bitcoin. The company owns the Bitcoin. I don't know the details of that aspect, but something important for the everyday worker wage earner. Remember, nothing beats the real thing. And when you hold MicroStrategy, you own shares of that company. Now they're committed and they've shown a long-term commitment to holding their Bitcoin. But again, kind of like we started off with CBOE, not your keys, not your coins, still applies.
Yeah, and their exact amount was 471,107 Bitcoin. So, yep,
Okay,
there's
so
that.
a couple more than our boy Alemo. Not much, but they're starting to kind of leave you in the dust a little bit, Chris.